So, on Val's Day, February 14, Judy Austin posted a video. And of course, Yuleduchi also had this same video on his social media handle. Now, apart from people saying thousands of lovers, couples, they are celebrating Valentine with exotic wine and whatever it is that they think is special for that particular day. Yul Edochie and Judy Austin and Yul Edochie decided to celebrate theirs with a bottle of lager beer. Lager. Lager. Well. Now, if they decide to do this with what they have, it's not a problem, is it? No, not at all. It is not a problem. Not at all. After all, that is what they chose to celebrate theirs with. And there is no big deal about drinking lager and drinking wine. But the video got a lot of people talking. Although that is not what we want to discuss here. That is not the update. It got a lot of people talking. They said, look, Judy Austin, you have successfully ruined Yul Edochie. At least pretend like God called him. What nonsense is this? How can a pastor, a man of God, publicly display alcohol? This is not acceptable. Not at all. Now, this video, according to those who have observed, and of course from our own view too, this is a video of past events. That was in those days when Yul Edochie thought that that contract will be kept. I mean, the company will keep him as their influencer. That was back then. Since Yul Edochie and Judy Austin left Abuja and his announcement of pastoral calling and all of that, well, things have not been okay for both of them. That's the point. Financially, things have not been okay for them for a long time. And that apartment in Enugu where Judy Austin lived in originally before, that particular part was what caused problem between herself and Mr. Obasi. She wanted Mr. Obasi to foot the bill to pay for a place that she will have access to do whatever she likes at any time. Anyway, that particular apartment does not belong to her. It's not like she bought that particular apartment. It's not like it's a property. It's a rented apartment. And when they went to Abuja to spend that number of months, I think they spent around 6 months in Abuja to see if Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in his foolishness, will grant Yul Edochie an opportunity to serve in his government. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not stupid. Is not stupid. So he won't permit a man like Yul Edochie to step into such space around him. That is just to put it lightly. The point is this: Yul Edochie went to Abuja without any reasonable purpose. What I mean by reasonable purpose, he wants to be a politician, or he believes that he is a politician. He went to Abuja without contacts that will, it's not as if he has discussed with certain people and they said, okay, come over, we'll get you a job, we'll get you something. And Yul Edochie does not want the 9 to 5 thing or 9 to 4, 9 to 2 thing. No, that's not what he wants. If he wanted a job in Abuja, definitely someone will maybe it will be someone's personal errand man or boy. So Yul Edochie left Abuja. Where is he going to return to? He cannot return back to Lagos. Not at all. Not possible for him to return back to Lagos. He can't. That's a problem, isn't it? That's a big problem. Now, back to Enugu. They were hoping that once they get to Abuja, life will change, things will turn around. They had high hopes. They already consulted their spiritualists and all of that. They gave them the go ahead, like the coast is clear. Sacrifices have been done. Well, like I've always said, Yul Edochie was spiritually duped. You can be spiritually duped, spiritually conned, spiritually scammed. He was spiritually scammed. So now Judy Austin could not return back to that house because immediately she moved out of the house owner knew, they had to quickly return. Judy Austin's plan was, okay, you know what? I have the key. They moved all their things down to Abuja. Some of the things that they couldn't move, which were not much anyway. Some of them were, kept with family members here and there. So when she returned, she had the key. She thought to herself, and let me quickly return. Although the rent of the apartment has expired, they promised the house owner, it's okay, we are coming back now. Because the man is like, oh, congratulations to you guys that you've moved to Abuja. Why is he congratulating them? Because he doesn't even want Judy Austin in that house anymore. So both of them went back to that same house. Judy Austin still had the key to that house. She still had the key to that house. So that's the place they went back from Abuja. Like, okay, you know what? It's okay. Let's go back and see how we can start all over again. Well, when they got back, they thought it's business as usual. They called the house owner. Hey, you know what? We are planning on how we will pay your rent. The man said, sorry, I'm not going to extend your contract. You have to leave. I didn't want to change the lock of that house before you guys come return back. That is why I left it like that. Now that I know that you're back, please return the key. Return the keys of this house. I am not renting it out again. Someone else will be moving in. Now, you see, their rent has expired and there is nothing else they can do. Life is just so terrible and bad. So here we have Yul Edochie. Yul Edochie. Let me call him. Let me give him his proper title. Pastor, Evangelist, Bishop, Pope, Prophet Yul Edochie. Well, the thing is this. The pressure is so much on Judy Austin. I mean, nothing is working. Movie, zero. It's as if Mr. Bassey laid curses on her. Like, you will never. And now, the sister of Judy Austin in Enugu, they cannot house her. That's the problem now. Things are not working. I mean, if you've ever experienced homelessness, if you've ever been homeless, if you've ever been out of pocket and you have accommodation issue, you know how bad it is, depressing it is, that people at times do terrible things to themselves. Now, Yul Edochie had a house, he had a key, but there is a law binding him. He is bound right now. And it is by his own doing. Let's say, okay, something came up on him and he did. Can you see how terrible, how bad it is for him to make ends meet? It is not easy. It's not easy. This is a man who all through life, I mean, at this time now, he probably won't be having headache. Headache would never have been, he would have just, gone wherever he wants to go to Abuja, come back. Not until he decided to open his mouth to announce second wife and a child. Announcement. Announcement. What kind of... He announced it as if he's a billionaire. He announced it as if he had 500 million naira in his account. At least. He announced it as if he had, let us say, 250 million naira in his account. Let us even put it in that range. Like, oh, Yul Edochie, he has hustled now. He has 200 million naira in his account. So he can come out and say, yes, I want polygamy. Because at least from that announcement till whatever, he would have been able to at least live comfortably and fight the lawsuit or fight the divorce, whatever it is. At least it will be comfortable, isn't it? And it will stay low-key. But there is nothing. That is why Sarah Martins was able to drag Judy and Yul into pieces, because she knows a lot. She knows she knows where they are. She knows the condition. She knows that everything is down. And like some people observed, they said since Yul Edochie announced polygamy till today, he has not changed shoes, even clothes. Now he's even putting on some of those, costume for movie. Some of the costume, that's what he wears sometimes, with the beads and all of that. And Judy Austin too has not changed clothes since then. You know how bad it is. She can't even go to the market and pick up some certain clothes. She has to speak to certain people that she trusts, like, can you please? She can't. Yul Edochie, I don't know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. Don't allow foolishness, blindness, and ego. I think Judy Austin will cry on and tell you, hey, baby, don't leave me. Are you going to leave me like that? I know things are hard. Let me boost your morale. Let me boost your ego a bit by posting videos of you. I'm chanting. It's a million. 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 All of those noise will not put money in you guys' pockets. It's better you guys think of what to do. Think of what to do. Think of what to do before it's too late.